it, ladies and gentlemen? Do you hear the drums of liberation? Because I'll tell you one thing, me and my boy Seabass, we hear that. We hear it, man. Oh, baby, do we have...
It's still going.
I know it's still going, but I just want to make sure. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special episode of the Strange Herd Podcast.
Because I just had to fight every urge not to go smack the gong.
Why didn't you? I mean,
I really wanted to. While that was going, I just wanted to get up and just have this gong crash.
I guess
but,
when we do the
I
guess when we do another episode recapping the Kaido fight and everything.
I mean, part of it was that I didn't even know if you'd hear it. So it was like, it would just, if the
Well,
camera
that.
was anywhere on me, it would just me getting up in a rush and hopefully not knocking over my stand.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen in this place.
I'm going to punch it at least twice.
I mean, you've had a good run at punching the mic, so I give you that. But anyway, yeah, so just quick heads up. Spoilers, anybody that's not watched One Piece, we're going to be talking about the Gear 5 episode because unfortunately Seabass is the one that got me really hooked in on it. He's just like, just watch until the Arlong Park arc is done. If you don't like it after that, don't watch it anymore. Well, guess what? I did like it. So we're 1,000+ episodes in, and now...
It's easier to talk you into 60 episodes than it is 1,000.
And that's how they get you, ladies and gentlemen, so just be prepared. But one of the cool things about this is Seabass, the guy that's usually behind the computer fact-checking me and telling me how I'm wrong or right or mostly wrong, he's actually going to be over here on camera with us.
Thankfully, our guests do that enough. I really don't even have to interject most of the time.
Yeah, we got to...
Your guest will put you on full roast.
Full. Absolutely eviscerated. But yeah, man, so just... I mean, how should we start this? Like, how you got into One Piece? Like, because you were in it from a lot younger age.
Oh, well, then it all tracks back to Joseph. Joseph's to blame for everything.
Which you can see our episode with Joseph and Winderman on the Stranger podcast. So, yeah.
So, I mean, inadvertently, you can blame Joseph because he got you into it as well then.
Joseph's got me into a lot of things. That son of a...
Just wait until he gets you into the plates.
The plates?
Yeah, Food Wars.
Oh, God. I've never talked about that. The fucking Food Wars.
I've never actually seen
I mean, it's a show about cooking, which I'm not against cooking, but I'm just like, well, I don't want to watch the food channel because I'm just going to get fucking hungry.
Yeah, but these are like all 5-star courses.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to try to keep this one pretty on the tracks or on the rails. We're not going to try to get too off there, but yeah, I mean, so like Joseph got you into the One Piece, and then how long would you say you've been a One Piece consumer?
I think I started like freshman year of college, so it's 7 years now, 8 years, something like that.
That feels about right. I mean, most people, I feel like, because
but I was terrible and just binged everything in the beginning, so I wasted just like 3 months of life.
Yeah,
just watching all the way up to pretty much the end of Dressrosa. When I finally caught up to everything.
Okay.
It was like right at the end of Dressrosa or like mid Dressrosa arc.
I got you.
And then I took a long break while all of Whole Cake happened and whatnot.
Yeah, because
and Zoe, and then came back in Wano.
Yeah, you were smart in doing that. I mean, you've tried to tell me like, hey man, maybe wait just wait a little bit on starting these other series and stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen. And
yeah.
Stuff. Like I mean, our buddy Banana Man, the reason he's not a part of this right now is because he is waiting to finish until Wano's finished, or he accomplishes some other goals that he's got to stay focused on. I mean, the only reason I caught up so fast is I got to the point where I was like, I can't just be sitting down and watching this for hours. If I want to sit down and watch this for hours, I have to do it on a treadmill or something. And then I started doing that, and I caught up a lot, which apparently is something a lot of people do. They definitely try to... Yeah.
Yeah, everyone really works like how the new gen of anime works in these seasonal animes, where you just kind of check back every 6 months to a year, and you just go, all right, what's new? And that's basically really the way to approach it. There's not as many people just weekly watching every new episode that comes out.
No, I totally agree. I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like that joke with Netflix. Yawning.
Just trying to take
my allergies
deeper breaths.
are acting up, but
Oh?
yeah, but yeah, I mean, dude, I just got to because I like straight up went through like Filler Bark and like I absolutely just blazed through Water 7, which Water 7 still it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, the Water 7 Ennie's Lobby.
Oh yeah, dude. Any Slobby, well, Bon Clay, that whole. Mm.
Well, Bon Clay's back in Alabasta.
Mr. 3, yeah. The dude at Impel Down, yeah, that's Bon Clay that like.
Yeah, but you meet him the first time back in Alabasta.
Yeah, because he's a part of the Baroque Works.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
By Ennie's Lobby, that's when you're dealing with CP9.
CP9. Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't take it, man. I just had to just like go full in, and thankfully, I was at a part of my life where it's just I had only a few things going, and I wanted to work out more anyway, so it worked really well that I could actually, just blaze through it because I mean, and that's the one thing I will tell you guys. If you guys do want to speed run it, definitely don't skip Skypiea. Don't skip Skypiea. Consult your friends and family, trusted advisors about other fillers that you should and shouldn't watch. But man,
who skips Skypiea? It's not filler.
I mean, so dude, I've been saying
it's canon material.
I agree. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying a lot of people apparently I've seen on the internet skip Skypiea.
That's stupid.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
It's canon material, and it's the first introduction of hockey before it's called hockey.
What did they call it? Their
mantra.
The mantra. I was so confused about that I was just like, bro, like.
Yeah, how do you hit an enemy
that knows what's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to speed run it and you're going to try to watch as many episodes as possible, that's the problem is that you're going to have so much to consume. You're going to like piss off all your friends that have been long-term watchers, and they're just going to be like, dude, why are you getting the names mixed up? But it's like I'm bad with names anyways. So.
The only one I'll give you is the later arcs. Like there's I went and found it. It's called One Pace, and it's
One Pace.
Yeah, they cut out like a lot of the filler and the standoff material, the recaps before the episode, so you can go and watch like Whole Cake and Dressrosa, and it'll just cut down. Like Whole Cake's like 1,000+ minutes.
Well, that was
just recaps and oh, this is what happened. But if you've been watching the last 2 episodes, you already know. You don't need to see them stand off or go check back in with that character again.
Yeah, yeah, that is nice. I like particularly the fact that
some of the reaction takes.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, like I really liked how at the end of like right before everyone got like I don't know when they posted it on Crunchyroll or whatever, but it was that spot where like they did that part for a lot of the arcs. They cut all the minutia out and they just pushed it all together in like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
like I love that's the way to go. If you're going to try to catch up, try to do that.
You can just watch like a movie of Alabasta and a movie of Skypiea, a movie of what is Chopper's Drum Kingdom, I think, something.
Yeah, I think Drum Kingdom. But yeah, I just can't like express enough. Like you guys do it that way, but just be prepared. You're gonna forget a lot of names and stuff. But I mean,
back to the original question though. You asked me about mine. My experience was over like the last 8 years. Really, how was it for you since you started this? What? I mean, was it a year ago? Was it only like 10 months ago?
That's a good question. I mean, it's all fuzzy. I mean, I just went for it, man. But it's like that's the thing for me is I don't really get into video games that much. Like when the Grand Theft Auto came out, the last one.
Yeah, GTA 5 that everyone's still playing.
Still great. But
I mean,
like that was
debatable.
Or like when the Call of Duties or the Modern Warfares and stuff came out, I was a huge Halo thing. But it's like when I decide to go into something, I go in. Like I devote an obscene amount of time to try to get done it because I'm just so task oriented that I just have to like finish it. And that's kind of what happened. It was like I was like, okay, you can't watch 1,000 episodes, and I'll find a way and still try to get as much shit done as I can possible. Like that's the only problem is you are gonna have to sacrifice sometimes somewhere or try to double up like on the treadmill or on the elliptical like a lot of people did.
Yeah, I mean I'm seeing more and more people are watching it while they're working out, so that way they can try and say they're doing two different things at the same time, so they can multitask more.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, it's just like for me, it's just been one of those. It's just been so funny because I remember watching it on Toonami and getting to a certain point, and then I remember watching it like on Adult Swim. I think it came on a couple or late, not
Adult Swim Toonami is basically the same thing. Yes. It would turn into Adult Swim from Cartoon Network, and Toonami was like the one that did the animes.
And then
That was Samurai Jack,
Yeah.
Naruto, One Piece.
And when I was watching it that way, when I had it that way, I just remember getting to Alabaster, and that was it. Like it was, I just was like I think football season started or something in school or something, whatever. But yeah, but getting back into it later and just being able to, I hate to say like focus on it, but just really try to like take it all in. I felt like that's been a really good like way to like just take it, if that makes sense. And I mean, it's just, but you don't expect anything like you know, if you're like your friends like Peaky Blinders, I didn't know what to expect from it. I was like, oh, this seems really cool. Like it's like kind of like just I like the history piece of it, and then I got sucked into it and finished it. But you know, I'm also at the point like versus you having to wait,
Yeah.
and wait and wait and wait. Like you, like I got the whole thing. I waited till the like, oh, there's 1,000 episodes to watch. Oh, okay, I guess I got something to do for a couple months. Like that was the funny part. I mean, but I just didn't expect it to. I think that what caught me is as I like sped run through it and the different studios changed and stuff and the animation got better.
Yeah.
That was what was kind of cool to watch how it grow over that short period of time, and then you realize, oh, they're starting to like talk about issues and like kind of. I felt like you could, if you realize like, oh, this was animated in 2013 or 2016 or whatever it was. Like when was Water 7?
Oh, jeez, I don't know, man.
We got technology, Jared. Like, because I think Water 7.
I mean,
was,
the anime started in like 2000 or 2001. It probably took them a decade to get to Water 7.
yeah,
Almost. I bet it would be like 2009, 2010.
yeah. So let's check the fandom.com real life timeline.
So ill prepared.
Right. Anyway, this is not exactly what. 1975. Oh, anyway, but yeah, I just liked watching. We'll fact check that later. Just do it in the comments, everybody. But you kind of, I guess, I kind of saw that there was just they were like letting like I don't want to say letting the issues like, but stuff like. But I felt like they were hinting at like world issues are starting to have the influence of what was going on in the times kind of seep into that, like what was going on in 2013 or 16 and stuff.
First aired in 2005.
What?
Water 7.
It's 2005. Okay. But yeah, no, I just like it was just cool. You could see all the different changes, and then they started kind of. They knew that hey, their fan base is kind of growing up,
Yeah.
and so they kind of were able to go into like some other topics, human trafficking, the whole fuck the government, which is one of my favorite. Like,
I mean, a lot of those already existed.
yeah,
I mean, even back in the, well, I don't know. It's tough to really recall everything now that I've seen it all, because I don't remember how much they really talk about poverty and the difference in the rich and the poor
yeah,
back on Luffy's home island, because I don't think you get those
Yeah.
flashbacks until Marineford.
I mean,
So
like,
you don't really get to see too much of that.
well, and the Windmill Island is where Luffy's from. Windmill, or no, that's Nami. Nami has a windmill.
I don't remember.
I don't know, man.
It could have been Usopp.
I definitely like.
I can't remember
I
right
know.
now. I'm not the historian on that
It's
one.
fine. Like
I
said,
enjoy it,
we're
but
just
it's
doing our
been
best.
a while since
Yeah.
I've seen the beginning of One Piece specifically.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the funny part for me is seeing all the clips and stuff as I'm watching it. Kind of how they say your phone's like listening.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like my phone, and it's like, all right, he's at Dressrosa now, so we're gonna start having all the Don Quixote like stuff, and like it was funny as all get out. Like I felt like I rode the wave perfectly. Just to kind of wrap up my feelings on how it's been watching it, like in the last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just see everything going up to it, and so I mean,
But
and-
everyone online, you guys suck for all the spoilers.
yeah, say it.
I was seeing stuff for Gear 5 like a whole week or two before it
And-
came out.
And you're a manga reader.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you did really well at not spoiling anything. You didn't like
Trying to do my best.
I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, you did very well. So I
But
appreciate.
the internet sucks.
Yeah, the internet is just gonna be like, hey, so and so died. It's like
Well, I mean, really getting into that, like, I hated the fact that the fruit being the Nika Nika fruit got spoiled for you. or
Oh
the
yeah,
human Hito Nika model.
yeah.
Like that was the big reveal that I've been holding on to since you were like all the way back at
just
uh somewhere around Water 7 because you started
yeah.
asking me questions that
I was like, yo, dude, what's up with this?
what this isn't really rubber. Like he's doing some stuff that's definitely not rubber like.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I mean,
I mean, I mean,
they just had some creative licensing happen. You just accept it.
you
It's an
just
anime world.
it's like they're trying to do a thing with the manga and the anime and the way everything's and then
When the checkings and
and
savings
then
and stuff.
yeah, but dude, I mean, but it's just nice. I mean, like same way we were talking before about like I really loved how the world like you could see like you got everything from Elbath and like you see how there's even like just all these different like world like these different worldly islands. Like I hate to say that everything's it's like a multiverse, but it's like it's not. It's like everything lives in the same universe, but there's islands specifically for the like when Usopp has his 2-year time gap. The
Well, that's where every island having unique
yeah
magnetic fields and climates to them
yeah
made it where you could do that. Because that's think about like Little Garden
oh shit yeah
with the two
Toppa or
uh
the little people
what is it? It's like Dory and Groggy, something like
sure
that.
yeah
I can't remember their names right now, but
yeah
the two giants on Little Garden where they're just actual dinosaurs just
chilling
chilling,
yeah
having a good time.
uncontacted islands and oh my god but yeah I mean I just love like that's what's really got me into it is just I really do love the world building aspect of it same thing that kind of got me into Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
and it's like a lot of those kind of things but yeah dude it just being able to just feast on it has just been a great thing as a guy that just started you know like I can't even tell you man it's just like it was a good addiction
And now you're in the drought.
and now I'm in the drought. It's like I didn't save up for the winter.
Now I got to convince you what new gen anime to get you into next.
Yeah, feel free to comment if you got any animes. I'll try to like this is a kind of a side series or in intertwined with the Strange Herd podcast. It's just going to be we're going to talk about some anime. There's going to be D&D episodes. We're going to have little mini series because it's the Strange Herd. We do whatever. Like it's growing and evolving, but it's just oh my god. I do we want to dive in now about like is it as like because I want to get your opinion on this because this is one take that I've been hearing about how does it compare to in your opinion Goku going Super Saiyan against Frieza because people are comparing it like
Okay.
that's the comparison
Yes.
people are making so
I'm seeing a lot of that comparison as well. I really wish I kind of could have seen the Dragon Ball Z
like in
transformation again.
real time, again
Like how that's actually paced and set out because
oh
I
I got
haven't
you
seen it since I was a teenager.
true
The original Dragon Ball Z,
yeah
at
yeah
least.
yeah
Like it's just been so long that it's like I want to say that the very first episode he turned Super Saiyan, he does it at the very end of the episode.
sounds right.
I mean, if I had to guess, I know he spends at least 2 episodes just screaming to get there.
Yeah, that was always the
Because he's like mad about Piccolo, but he doesn't push him over the edge. And then
Which
he's
I mean-
screaming to stop when everything's happening with Krillin, which they, as far as I remember, they extend that pretty far too, to where like a
Yeah.
whole episode's basically just Krillin dying and then him screaming more into yellow hair.
that I mean that's yeah pretty much
I mean, to poorly describe
To
it.
poorly
That's a very poor, like, there's way more emotion behind it, but
yeah but it's
if we're going to really compare transformations, that's kind of what this episode really was.
so
Because
you
even the actual fighting, he does 2 moves, 3
Both-
moves.
well he yoinks him spoilers alert everybody careful spoilers but like there's the one that's my favorite it's just the where he reaches in there and yoinks Kaido out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite. And then the eyes, like the whole Looney Tunes callbacks and stuff.
But I mean, that's where, of all the attacks he does like the Hulk smash.
Yeah.
He
Muscle.
muscle punches him quite a bit. And then the big ones, the blast breath reflecting back. Other than that,
Yeah.
You do spend almost half the episode with Luffy just kind of dancing and laughing and
Moonwalking.
moonwalking, doing whatever
Well, you know
else.
what was really cool is you pointed out to me. I didn't even catch this, and this is kind of what was funny. And like he's like, I think you were the one that pointed out. It's like, dude, Drake hasn't used any named attack until like Battle of the Best or the or War.
Wait, who?
Drake or Mihawk. Like
Yes.
I saw. Yeah, he's like someone pointed out. I was like, dude, Mihawk doesn't have any named attacks. And you're like, well, he used the one at Marineford, and I was like, okay. And then you pointed out how Luffy didn't have to gobble gobble no to like do all the different shape shifting and stuff, which I was like, oh man,
Yeah, he's not doing
he's
any
not
of
doing
that
any
now.
of that. So I mean,
That's where it's just whatever he can think to happen is basically what can occur.
has anyone else like had that? Like, I don't think anyone else could just do stuff like without having to like do like a. Well, I guess if you think about
I
Don
don't know.
Quixote, he wasn't going string, right? I don't remember that.
Not really, but even in his awakened form, he still was using a lot of named attacks.
Yeah. Well, I thought that might have been more for the Gazoon type. That might have
Excuse
been.
me.
Yeah, it's alright. It might have been. I think that like was more for the
Because what was it
viewer.
like that heavenly 16 heavenly threads? Wasn't that his awakened move or whatever?
I thought the birdcage was. No, he used that way
No, he
before.
used the birdcage
Yeah,
long
and
before
a
that.
flashback and stuff too. Yeah. Oh God. I mean, that was so long ago too.
I want to say it was like 16 heavenly threads or something, and they're like super thick spikes made out of his
that
strings.
sounds right. That sounds right. I mean, yeah, it's
I mean, Dressrosa came out like, 6 years ago now.
Well, before we really dive into the more of the Gear 5 stuff, like Water 7, Impel Down, and then definitely went the whole.
Well, let's go back to the original. You were posing about it against Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think it stands up. I was also young when I saw Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time, but I think I haven't felt this like hyped about something. Like I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's comparable. So, I would agree with that comparison.
I think to a degree,
Yeah.
it depends on what kind of power up you like in your character
Well,
as well.
Power up or like the power scaling? Because I mean, I remember
Power up.
okay. Because I mean,
And Super Saiyan's just a power up.
yeah,
And the thing is that like with Super Saiyan and the Frieza fight, once he goes to it, fight's just over.
yeah. It's
It's over. There's
Well-
no they don't even trade hands really anymore.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just teleports around and does them in.
Does it?
I mean, there's really no fight once he turns Super Saiyan.
Well, I mean,
Same with Gohan going Super Saiyan
on
2.
Cell, yeah.
The fight's basically over.
Just yeah. Well, let's not get down the Dragon Ball stuff because
Well-
I mean, we can go for a hot second.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
that's where I'm just saying the kind of power up to where
yeah.
the character receives the power up and then it's just fight's over. Like they're in a different league altogether
Is maybe that's
compared to the actual. There's gonna be a struggle
yeah. Maybe
because that's where even with Gear 5,
yeah.
there's gonna be a struggle still.
Yeah, kind of still like. I mean, for crying out loud.
Otherwise, those two attacks he did would just have ended it.
I mean, because
Every other one, it's 2 attacks and you're basically done.
Yeah, I mean, because Kaido, like, I mean, he's been drunk half the fight. Like, he's been drunk almost the entire raid.
I mean, he's probably just now got sober again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Kaido's dead. And I mean, they were just toying. Like, even when Zoro, I was going to say, that's maybe why I like Zoro's fight with King so much. It's because there wasn't necessarily, like, he powered up. He just kind of, all right, I got the technique down to use the sword in a Emma, right?
Enma.
I know I just keep slipping. And I want to call it enema. Like, that's not it. That's not it.
Definitely not it.
That is not it, Jared.
Enema is not the king of hell. I guess to some people maybe it is.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Jesus. But yeah, I mean,
Dark.
dark. But I mean, that's the one thing I guess. Like when we were thinking about the differences in power. I mean, you got Jinbei that was a warlord, Don Flamingo, and Crocodile, and like if you think about how Luffy beat Crocodile, it makes me question how strong he was.
That's not fair.
And I know that's but
He hit him with his one weakness
the one thing
in a desert.
he's like, I went to a fucking desert to be as
Exactly.
far away from water, and you brought water.
And then Mizo Luffy showed up as a giant water balloon and gave him the business.
Gave him the business, brother. I'll say right that. But I don't know, dude.
And then he still would have won, but some falcon eagle bird thing took his bomb away.
Well, oh god, I forgot about. I even forgot his name.
Pell.
Pell. Oh.
Pell just survives a nuclear blast over a desert.
That was, you know what? Speaking of that, that was one thing. It's like no one ever seemed to die for a hot second in like everyone just, you know.
Well, I mean, Oda's commented on that. He doesn't like killing people off.
Oh, I mean,
Because when you kill the character, he doesn't like wishing them back. He doesn't like Jedi Force ghost tricks. It's like, you once you kill them, they should stay dead. And when you kill characters, their dreams die too. So it's better just to keep people generally alive to bring back again. Also lets you rework in characters over and over again.
yeah, no, I mean yeah, I can't disagree with you on that.
I mean, the greatest use of that's probably got to be Crocodile with what has going on now that he broke out of Impel Down.
yeah,
And then also Bellamy. I mean, Bellamy takes that first punch and literally his face is deformed
yeah,
to the fist. Like that's a kill blow
that's a yeah,
in most cases.
yeah. See, that's
But
the
instead
thing
of
I'm
killing
saying.
him, he gets to come back and have a small character redemption arc kind of deal.
Kind of, and then he blows it.
I mean, really, they show him in the cover stories, and he didn't blow it.
Oh, dude, and you were telling me about the cover.
He joins the Grand Fleet, and he's now like out there making flags.
Oh my god. I mean,
So he's not a warrior or anything like that, but
Yeah,
he's still he's living a new dream.
the thing is you've told me about like the cover stories from the manga and how
Yeah.
there's so much that we're missing out on.
Well, you are.
Well, yeah,
Any
read,
actually
Jared,
really
you
any
gotta
any
read.
non-manga consumers are missing out on these cover stories.
yeah. But I mean, that
And
sounds.
some of them are great. Some of them are just doodles and pictures that people request, but there are a few of them
But
that
you
are
can have-
actual stories.
Yeah, they have actual like implications to the story and everything going on. I mean, dude, it's just I don't know, but I mean,
like you get to see Beige and
who's
is
that?
his wife Chiffon
Beige? Remind me.
and the Big Mom, the mafia gangster dude.
Oh, Beige.
Beige, whatever his.
I like the Al Capone guy at the Castle fruit or whatever.
Yeah, but that guy was married to those twin sisters that Big Mom hated.
Yes.
I think he was married to Chiffon,
Chiffon or Chiffon or yeah.
whatever it is.
Saffron. I don't remember. Yeah.
And then they went to go find her sister, and they do find her.
Oh yeah, she was at a not Punk Hazard, Thriller Bark. Right?
Yeah, but
Lola.
Lola. Yeah, Lola. But she left forever ago. She was like on some other Valentine Island, like trying to chase down a lover or something like that.
Oh yeah. Will you marry me? She's been.
And then they got reunited in a cover story. So next time that we see Beige, he's gonna have Lola and Chiffon with him.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be insane. But yeah, there's so many good characters though. I mean, but here's a good before we really dive into what we think about the Gear 5 stuff. I would say my top 3 favorite arcs right now is definitely Water 7, and then
By
There's-
Water 7, do you mean Ennie's Lobby or Water 7?
like the actual Water 7, getting Frankie and all that, and
Okay.
yeah, like that whole.
I just wanted to double check. Like, did
The
you like the fighting that happens at Ennie's Lobby, or did you
Oh,
like the character building and like
Ennie's
Robin's
Lobby?
betrayal and stuff that's happening during Water 7?
the whole Robin betrayal thing was awesome.
Hmm.
Like I love that, and then like that's why Water 7 and Indian Lobby are in my top 3 together. Like they kind of go together. I don't want to like say they're tied because then I just feel like I'm being greedy. but yeah, like
Fair
definitely
enough.
Water 7 Indian Lobby, and then dude, Dressrosa. Like I know it's long as fuck. Everyone complains about how it's long as fuck. It is. There's a lot going on. Okay, but it's awesome. And I Don Flamingo is one of my favorite, and it introduces Law as like really as like what the whole backstory on Law. I love Law.
Yeah.
Like Law is right up there. But what are your top 3, Seabass? If you had to really pick 3,
I mean, Impel Down's probably my number one. I have rewatched Impel Down like 3 or 4 times at least. Because I just love watching him go through all the different levels of the prison.
Well, and then another classic trope with Luffy is he just fucking gets KO'd and brought back and then KO'd, and he's like, all right. He literally just runs in headstrong. That doesn't work, right?
Bro, everyone gets KO'd though.
Yeah,
Everyone,
yeah.
the head warden, he takes out Blackbeard and his whole crew.
Which I remember.
If Shiryu wasn't there with the antidote,
the main character,
the Blackbeard's
and,
dead.
Oh my god. I'm so like, dude,
Like Luffy came over with just sheer willpower, basically, and a little bit of help from Ivankov.
and plot armor.
But Blackbeard literally was dead without antidote.
Yeah, but wasn't that their whole plan? Was that they're going to go in there and act like they got put down?
No,
I can't remember because I thought
Blackbeard was just like, "Ha, I can do it because I haven't lost yet," and he got taught real quick by Venom Hydra. That ain't gonna be what it is.
I didn't change the camera fast enough to catch your finger guns. It's just over there.
Yeah, I mean, he was just going off.
Yeah, dude,
Because he's got those like 7 pistols on his waist that he only shoots 1 or 2 of ever.
Oh yeah, dude, and I hate Blackbeard with a passion. I don't know why Ice Dude went and joined his team. Like after he lost the Lava Dude.
I mean, where else was he gonna go?
I mean,
The only other faction he could have maybe joined that would have made some sense
Revolutionary Army thing
was Revolutionary.
Yeah, I mean. Bro, you let me out there and it's like, oh, you love Ace. That's nice. That's real nice, Jared.
I still won't take the full heat on this because you just blew through like 3 arcs without me knowing.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I did. I just
Like, I thought I had time to warn you. In fact, I think I told you when you get to
Slow down.
Marineford.
I think
No,
you were.
I was like, when you get to Marineford, let me know. I'll watch it with you. I was gonna be your support buddy,
Oh my god!
but instead you went in alone
I went in headstrong.
and you got caught.
How could this happen to me?
Oh, it's great.
It was fun, but I mean that's the thing about
It's a
it.
great arc.
But yeah,
So I mean, Impel Down.
so Impel Down definitely.
Probably. So tough to pick 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I would say Dressrosa is probably up there for me too, because that's not just a fight either. That's a miniature war going on.
Oh yeah. I mean that's like the whole.
Doflamingo and his whole family against the Tontadas,
Oh god.
Luffy's crew. I mean, really, it's just Law.
Yeah.
There is no
Law
Law's
is-
crew in that case.
Trafalgar is absolutely crucial to everything that happened on that island. And I
For
love
the most part.
how later he's just like, all right, don't whatever Luffy does, just let him do it. Like at the beginning of the raid of Wano.
Yeah.
Like they're like, wait, so you knew Luffy was going to go storming into headstrong? He's like, yes. And then Kid seemed to be right there as the same kind of person to do that with him. And so
Pretty much.
yeah, and they're like, my favorite line is, well, they're stronger than most decoys.
Yep.
Like, I mean, come on.
He's like, they're decoys, but they're stronger than
most.
or like they're bait, but stronger than normal bait or whatever it is that they're saying. It's
Yeah.
great line.
Great line, and it's just perfect because it's like, yep, all right. And then the funny part is I've noticed Law gets brought down to like Kid and Luffy's level. Like that's the thing about it with them.
Whoa. Kid and Luffy's level.
Like in maturity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not power,
Fair.
maturity. Because just that I'm not moving. I'm not gonna move. You move. Taking the blast or whatever.
Really, you knew that he was exactly like that, though, from one of the first times he's on the ship, and then they all just run off to tell Sanji what their orders are for food, and you just hear Law just kind of muttering, I don't like bread.
But I don't like bread.
I can't do it.
Oh,
I don't
look.
like bread. Give me something else.
All right.
I don't do sandwiches.
The great and powerful Oz is calling. Hello, Oz. You're on the podcast.
Taken. The plumber is on his way now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let them. I'm about to turn my phone in for repair, so I'll let them know, and then I'll try to be back before the plumber shows up. But I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, anything you want to say about anime?
No, I just be careful where you drop your phone. That's all. 'Cause, my screen got damaged, so that's all I wanted to say.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The great and powerful Oz has spoken. But yeah, Well, cool. Well, we'll keep an ear out for him. Yeah,
As
all right.
much as possible.
as
I
much
guess.
as much as we can. All right. Well, have fun, brother. Oh, the great and powerful Oz. Gotta love it. Got to love it. But yeah. So you were saying,
I don't know. Oz derailed me
yeah,
entirely.
I was trying so hard to keep this on the rails, and he came on in and just fucked it up. I'm just kidding. But yeah,
A thought that I did have that I haven't brought up yet was that for another reason why Dressrosa would be my number twos, because that's the formation of the Grand Fleet as well.
Bartholomew.
It's so great seeing all. Even more than him, it's just all the different people. Chin Jiao, whatever his name is, then his son
Oh yeah.
with the pinhead Larry.
You dumb dirty thing.
That's his son. His son's Dirty Dan with the heel
God.
kick.
Dude,
So it's Pinhead Larry and Dirty Dan.
well, one of the other arcs, I guess you could call it like a mini arc in the whole Dressrosa, was the whole fight for the Ace's fruit. That was really cool.
That's not a mini arc. That's not the part of the thing.
Well, it's like when I say an arc, I kind of just go like from the time they all got on the island to left the island.
You know what? I'll give it to you, but only really because they introduced Sabo.
Well, yeah, and that was awesome too. And
Like they introduced a new, very relevant character.
yeah,
Like in that time. So I'll give you that. Like the Colosseum is a mini arc before the actual rest of the fights unfold.
yeah, and I was just dying because then it's like you see all the female armor, and it's like, okay, look, I'm starting to see what all the women are saying. That thank you, but it is kind of ridiculous.
It was great at defending.
Great. Dude.
I didn't see a mark on her.
But you were looking.
I don't know how old she was.
She was
Danger zone. Get me out. Get
Abort,
me out.
Abort.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think she was still a child.
No,
I want her older sister instead. She was definitely of age already.
the dancing girl. Oh my god.
Violet?
Viola. Viola. Which what the hell? Like her thing was she could just see forever distance away.
Not forever, but she had some sort of clairvoyance like thing. She basically could see anywhere on the island.
Yeah. But okay.
But I don't think it was anywhere.
So outside of that,
yeah.
So that's like your number 2, you think?
Yeah, I'd probably go Impel down to Dressrosa.
Yeah.
Number 3, I almost want to pick an early arc, kind of for the nostalgia factor. But the best early arcs, either Alabasta or Arlong.
Okay, look. Arlong was good. Like, it was definitely good enough to get me hooked, okay? Like, But I will say that Fishman Island was better than Arlong.
I don't... No. I refuse. I refuse that one. The more I thought about it, no. I refuse it.
Why?
Are you kidding? Because Fishman Island's like it's almost a gag arc because everyone is too strong from the 2-year time skip. So Zoro almost takes out the main big bad. To be fair, Zoro almost takes out the main big bag in Arlong.
Yes.
Because he scares the crap out of him when Arlong tears his bandages off and this guy is torn in half already.
And he's walking.
Why is he even here fighting? How is he here fighting?
Yeah.
But in Arlong Park, Usopp's gaining some courage, some bravery, because he could have just hid away.
Yeah.
But he decides to stand up and fight again. Sanji doesn't really do anything, to be quite honest.
You can't do everything every time.
Zoro is revealed to be kind of, it's the setting up of the monster that he is. Absolutely. Nami's stabbing her tattoo to get rid of the insignia because she doesn't want to be known as have anything to do with Arlong and his people, especially after they stole all the money that was supposed to set her village free.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all. Like that was it was a well-written arc.
And then when Luffy gets into the cartography room where she makes her maps
and he starts fucking shit.
He sees that and destroys the whole freaking castle.
Yeah. Dude, I get it because that's why I get why you say if you liked that.
Meanwhile, the best moment of Fishman Island is when he knocks out 50,000 just kind of scrub fisherman soldiers.
Oh, dude. Well, speaking of,
But other than that, there's not really a cool,
Yeah.
super moment or even like emotional, impactful moment in Fishman Island because it's a lot of let's just kind of show off how strong everyone is after this time skip.
and I mean, I'm a total meathead, so I'm like, yeah, like just like
Yeah, you skip the dialogue because you hate the feels.
you put yes.
Called out.
Yes, I do. I mean, dude, one of my favorite moments with Zoro is just like when I think it's at Alabaster when they first introduced the Baroque Works, and there's like a 10,000 like people, just like, a bunch of scrub guys, but
You know about like when everyone parties, everyone's like drunk or whatever, and
Yeah, oh,
Zoro
everyone
just wakes up and is
everyone
fighting
passes
everyone in
out.
the night.
yeah, there's like some ridiculous amount of people that are out there just like with Baroque Works.
Do you remember what happens immediately after that?
Doesn't he? I remember he fucks all their shit up like hardcore.
Yeah, and then Luffy wakes up and is like, "What are you doing to our friends? They threw us this great party, and then they
fight.
start going fisticuffs
Yeah,
with
they
each other."
Oh my god, they started fighting, and then it was just, and then that's how Luffy got the X on his chest. I forgot.
No, that's not how he got the X.
Well, then, wait, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. There's so much that happens that you're gonna get things crossed. You're gonna have false memories, especially if you're watching it inebriated. But yeah, him and Zoro fight like kind of real.
The X comes from Marineford time.
Who gave him the X then? I'm trying to remember.
I think it's not really like a sword. It's the burn mark from the magma. I thought.
I can't remember now.
Wasn't he like punched one time or something or? I can't remember
I can't
exactly.
remember.
Honestly, it's been a little too long since I've seen Marineford.
The whole idea of this episode was to talk about our love and
Yeah, it
growth.
was supposed to be more recent events.
Yeah,
but,
more
you know.
recent. But we got so then what's your what's your number one arc then?
Yeah, it's probably or number one's Impel into Dressrosa, and then
you're going
Arlong actually.
Okay. Oh, you're going.
I'd go all the way back to the.
I put
Arlong
mine in
part.
the other rating. I did my favorite to my like.
You went least to the most.
Yeah, and you went most to least, or vice versa.
Whatever. So then it'd be Arlong, Dressrosa.
Which is still a top
into-
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I just man, like. It's just that's the beautiful thing about it. It is just a great show. It makes you love the character so much, and then the fact that you do have to grind your way through everyone's backstory.
I will say this is on the contingency also that
Yeah.
Wano's not done, so I'm not counting Wano.
Well, yeah, you can't.
Because then that would probably kick out Arlong immediately.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe even
Skypiea. I know
Dressrosa.
neither one of us put Skypiea in our top, and I'm telling you, I've been hearing that thing on the internet where it's just like, did you skip Skypiea though? I mean, don't Skypiea. It didn't end up in our top 3, but it's still awesome, especially when you talk about the older arcs, and stuff. I mean, Alabaster's cool just because it's you see in the the emu, the lightning guy from what's his real or
Enel or Eneru.
Inaru, yeah. I can't wait to see that guy come back in.
I don't think he's actually going to come
Dude,
back.
that would be so fucked.
I like when we talked about it a little bit. He's spoiled and he's got a bunch of robots around him on the moon.
Oh
now.
yeah, you told me that was one of the cover story things. He's just
he escaped on his ship.
Yeah.
He made it to the moon, and then he found out there was automata AI robots that just needed to be a little battery,
Just
a
need
little bit of
zip
juice.
zap, little zip zap here.
So
and
you
there.
know,
Yeah.
now he's got, I guess, servants forever. So why would he leave, really? Unless he really
'Cause he's
thinks he can
fucked in
conquer
the
the
head.
blue sea,
I mean,
I guess.
if you've conquered the moon,
But then again, that would.
he's also.
I mean,
a
really,
bad
it would be
guy.
hilarious because he wasn't that strong.
True.
Like his devil fruit is very strong.
Well, I was thinking
but
it'd be
he
cool-
himself is
well,
not that strong.
I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if he comes back and Big Mom and him fight somehow because she's got the hair of the lightning thing, the cloud.
Well, yeah, but
Or he comes back and Nami's got Zeus to
then
fight.
why? Yeah, but you hated when I brought Nami could fight him. You hated that I was like Zeus could totally fight with Enel or Eneru, whatever. You didn't like it because it was Nami.
Maybe
But you're
after-
gonna let Big Mom fight him?
Well, I'm just saying, if she even survives. Well, she survives.
She survives. She said she's gonna survive. She
Oh,
said,
yeah. Well-
"This won't kill me."
We shall see. But yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we
man.
just said that Oda doesn't like killing characters.
That's true. Yeah, no.
And
I mean,
she's screaming, "This is not enough to kill me," as she goes down.
Yeah, I mean,
she's fine.
That's why. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but
Well, she's not fine.
she's not fine.
She's
She's
not
fucked
dead.
up. She got fucking cleaned her clock, and she got stabbed, and like.
Well, and, I mean,
She's-
at this point, she also
she's been penetrated before.
she broke her crew up in half. She had like half the people still at Whole Cake, half the people were on that ship with her that got tossed like 4 different times.
But didn't they all have devil fruits?
Pero Sparrow died,
Thankfully,
I think.
he fucking better.
I hope he died.
He better die.
I hated him so much.
Pero
Lick, dude.
I
hated
hate
him.
him. Hate him. Get him out of here.
I'm with everyone else. You killed Pedro.
You killed him. I'm just saying. Like, it is what it is, man. But, I mean...
And there needs to be just revenge.
if he comes back, like, Carrot has to just absolutely, like, stomp his face in or something.
I don't care who does it, but someone's got to
Someone got to do it. Someone does it.
I mean, let Zoro do it.
Yeah. It is insane. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. Ugh. But, yeah, getting back onto it, like, Gear 5 was splendid. Like, absolutely loved it to death. I love, my favorite part is got to be the callback to all of, like, the Looney Tunes stuff. Like, that is, like, absolutely, I think, what's really getting me in the feels that I don't like to get into. But, like, having the callbacks to, like, those animations from the past and just having that modern twist on it, it was tastefully done, and I enjoyed the hell out of that. And then just the...
So you really enjoyed that?
I absolutely loved it.
See, now I share that same opinion. I actually really enjoyed, like, even the art style itself of how it was very Looney Tunes-esque and the sound effects were Looney Tunes and everything. But they still kind of try to keep up this modern, detailed animation in some parts.
Yeah.
Where it was supposed to kind of be this perfect blend between the two. And I actually thought it was done fairly well. But I feel like a lot of people that I saw did not care for it.
Yeah,
They were basically going, if you were gonna go one way or the other, go Looney Tunes or go super HD high def detailed stuff, and they didn't like that it was the in between.
action panel with little hidden. What was that one in Big Mama Smokes?
The one thing I will say is with that style, they got a little too chaotic a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean,
where there was just so much going on at the screen that you couldn't tell.
I think that's because they've been seeing how people are willing to pick apart the hit panels or whatever you call them.
Screw those people.
I think hey, I don't
Screw them. You can't sit here and pull a bunch of still shot.
You heard it here, guys. Seabass says screw you. So
Yeah.
when you find him online playing League of Legends,
Stop taking still shots and critiquing fucking still shots. It's an animation. Everything is supposed to be in motion the entire time. Don't take a still shot and be like, what the hell is this art? That's stupid. It's all in motion. Everything's supposed to be happening at the same time. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Agree to disagree.
You can't have every still shot look good. It's just
that's-
not possible.
That's fine.
Even if you want good animation, you cannot have good still shots. That's not what their job is. Their job's not to pause every single frame and make sure that it's picturesque perfect every time.
I mean, I loved it in Zoro's fight with King. It was amazing.
And there wasn't a guy that was using the Toon Force from Looney Tunes to fight him. So it was supposed to be high def, super detailed. And also Zoro's, the King of Hell now.
Yes.
He visits Shinigami and Grim Reapers on the regular.
He's
including Brooke.
What? Do you think
Yo ho ho ho. Where it was great. And I'm not gonna be mad that they drew a low definition version of Kaido while he's getting slung around Hulk smash style.
Yeah, I thought that was tasteful.
Yeah, people hate it though.
Oh, well.
And they'll take the still shot, the freeze frame, and just be like, "Look at this bad art." And that's what I'm saying. Why do that?
People are always gonna have opinions.
He's supposed to be slamming them back and forth. If it was in high res art, it would be he's sitting still.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
it doesn't even provoke the motion.
Provoke.
Yeah, provoke it.
Provoke it.
Both are fine.
It's okay. I'm just picking at you. But I mean, yeah.
I blame Northern Family on that one.
But I love I just the thing that really, the more I think about it and having a couple days to cook on it, I just think the more we find out, because of what I've seen, spoilers online and stuff about how big he can like stretch and like actually become now,
Yeah.
and how it's all going to tie into the 800-year gap and all that stuff. Like, I'm super excited about how like it. The more they find out, and I think that's going to be the next end game is the eventual cross between Luffy and his dad.
I don't know. I really don't
Really?
think Dragon's that important.
Is that much of a deadbeat?
Not that important to Luffy directly.
Well, yeah.
Like, I think they're both important characters for doing different things in the world, but I
Yeah.
don't think they're instead of running to where they are perpendicular and eventually they're gonna meet, I think they're just running parallel with each other.
I got
To
you.
where like they have a chance of just never interacting with each other actually,
Yeah.
but still both accomplishing their goals.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I just, dude, the amount of imagination that Luffy has, and like whatever the powers are that are the new awakened part of it. Like, that's the thing. It leaves so much to like the imagination, and that's the power of it. Apparently, it's whatever he can imagine to do in some Looney Tune world, he can now do it.
I can't remember, but I'm really hoping he jumps rope with Kaido.
That would make me happy. The Hulk smashing, slinging him around made me very happy on a like a child level.
I mean, I even loved the small thing to where when he's pulling Kaido up,
Yeah.
it's not like breaking the entire roof. He's pulling him through that little hole that he made when he first struck his fist through.
Oh yeah.
To where there's not like a bunch of excess damage. So literally as he's touching Kaido, he's turning him into that tune thing where he's getting like suctioned up the tube or whatever.
And then the eyes getting like pulled out and stuff. Like,
I mean, even his
so
own
perfect.
eyes
Just
pop out
so perfect though.
when the blast breath happens because he was sitting on the ground clapping his feet together.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and his own eyes pop out when the blast breath happens.
Well, it's just like,
And then he runs up to grab his eyes to throw him back into his body.
yeah, I loved it, man. Every
Into
bit
a
of it.
moonwalk.
Into a moonwalk. It was phenomenal. But yeah, dude, I really just think it's going to be amazing what they're going to take on with that, and what the next few like. Oh, there's just so much it leads into.
Yeah.
Like, there's just layers, man. We just peeled back one more layer, and we realized it's like 100 more layers.
I mean, I'm really hoping it's the next episode that's going to be almost entirely just them fighting instead of half the episode of him kind of just jumping around and dancing. Because they did cheat a little bit and
Yeah.
extend it like maybe 20, 30 seconds because they showed the same thing of him just kind of jumping around
Yeah.
when he hits the ground and the wave pattern that shows up on the floor and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
So I mean, they were just kind of they were extending it a little bit. They were reusing a couple of takes. Just
Yeah.
they reused it once or twice too many, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still good. Yeah. No, it was a great.
Well, that's what I'm
time.
saying. That if the next episode's just entirely that fight, you'll get to see so much more.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Because we had the cutaway with Hiyori.
Yeah, that was interesting too. Like, I mean, God, that.
The only thing I will say with that is it's a huge deterrence.
What do you mean?
Because you get to the transformation of Joy Boy and he's already smiling and laughing and jumping around and like swinging and stuff. And it's like already invoking that happiness and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
as I said before, and I don't know if I've said it this time, that whole episode, I'm just like smiling and laughing the entire time.
Yeah, it's literally nothing.
Excuse me.
Just explicit joy.
So when it cuts away to Hiyori,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I'm supposed to be feeling sad that this little girl is confessing about how great her dad was as a samurai and so on.
Yeah.
And it interrupts the flow of all this happy transformation Joy Boy.
Oh yeah, no, they take you on a ride. I mean, that whole the smileys, the people that eat the fruits that they don't work and they just make them laugh, like. Oh, but and then the more emotions that they have, it all just gets triggered into laughing. So when her dad's dying, it's just like, oh my God, she's laughing so hard, but that means she's crying. So it was just, why you gotta make me feels?
Yeah.
Why, Oda? Why? But I mean, dude, there's just I just that's what I'll say about it, kind of just because we're getting right there on that hour, hour mark. We want to try to keep this short, but
I mean, we can somewhat. If
I
we
know.
have more to say, we have more to say.
Exactly, but I mean, I just think that's going to be the really fun part about it. Is it's got so much and leads into so many other storylines. I personally hope that it leads into him and his dad connecting and like fighting some big bad at the. I mean, I know his dad doesn't mean anything to him because he grew up with Garp and
Yeah.
stuff, but
I mean, that's where it was like, if anything,
Wow.
he would have more ties with Garp or maybe even like Kobe,
dude, fuck.
more so than Dragon. Dragon really has very much been doing his own thing.
Yeah, I mean, he really. I mean, I heard the one.
The one time he helped him was
Hey, man,
what's
Logtown,
Logtown.
the
Thank you.
smoker.
Yep, that's the one time we've ever seen him
Show up.
interact. Really.
And we still don't know why he was there. We still don't know why he was there, and we don't know why he helped out. Like how did he know Luffy was his son? Like,
I mean, he knows who his son is.
Sure, whatever. But I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I just don't get it, man. It just blows my mind. Like to know, like to no end. I just can't like think about where it's gonna go or how it's gonna end up. It's just gonna be some big tie-in. And I mean, dude, if they somehow tie in, like, there's no way they can rope it. There's too many things out there that they can't rope it all in at once. Like, I don't think that's going to be it.
No, I don't think so either.
Ugh.
I mean, really, the hardest thing is trying to figure out how would you rope Blackbeard and Marines together into the same place. That seems to be the hardest for me to come up with.
Yeah, it's a good question. I just hate Blackbeard so much. I just want him to, like, cross paths at, like, right before they get to Raftdale, and it's just, some epic battle.
Well, I mean,
because I feel like that's what they're going to do is either draw it out to where Shanks and Luffy fight Blackbeard together. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Shanks is going to try to turn on Luffy and, like, fight him for the One Piece. Maybe.
maybe not.
But I see a Shanks-Luffy team up on Blackbeard, and then Luffy fights one more big baddie on their own. Like, it's a big hurrah. The whole fleet comes in to save Luffy from the Navy, maybe, and that's how you pull Garp in, and then he decides not to.
I mean, the most popular theory has to do with what we were talking about the other day when you were asking me about Foxy.
Oh, yeah.
And those games that he was playing with Foxy.
Yeah, the games, that's how, because that's, yeah.
That's where the prevailing theory
yeah.
is that when he meets Shanks, they're not going to have a straight fisticuffs brawl, but they're going to play
a crew game.
those games and then prove who's kind of better in that sense.
Yeah. And that's yeah, that's a good point. See, I mean, that's why you got to talk about it. You got to make friends. You got to, like,
Then it's not a captain on captain, too. It's a crew on crew kind of stage battle.
True. There's just so many things. There's just so many ways it could go. And I mean, that's the kind of the beautiful thing about having so much built up over 1,000+ episodes. Like, it's boom, it's there, and it's great. But yeah, man, I don't know. That's really, like, I don't really have much more to say about it. Like, I mean,
we're really talking about some of the bigger points, especially the ones that everyone's already talking about. Comparing it to Super Saiyan, and then the art style, because a lot of people didn't seem to really care for the art style.
Well, I mean, if it's a Japanese like audience or a worldwide audience, I think it'll do better worldwide than maybe it will necessarily from Japan, because maybe they're expecting something different.
I thought it was a great blend.
But we grew up like watching Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes and shit.
Yeah, but that's where if you go all the way one way or the other, it's not going to be great.
Oh, someone's calling me, but.
And the host has returned.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that detour. I'll just make a quick little note. Okay. We're at 116.
We're at what?
116, just
Okay. I mean, we're pretty much going to wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, but I just mean lasting thoughts. Oh my god, that's so funny. So apparently, Oz's toilet is so fancy that there's nothing on the guy's truck because it's like a commercial toilet or something.
Nice.
And he's like, dude, tell your buddy, is he cool with just having a normal toilet? Might just be. He said it literally might not be covered on the warranty. It's the problem about living in the bunker.
Nice.
But anyway, where do we leave off at? Like, just final thoughts on Gear 5, really? Like, I mean, I love the animation. I understand people are going to have differences about, oh, the animation was stupid or it wasn't their flavor. I can understand. But
I mean, really, I'm not qualified. Maybe they're really smart about animation and how it works, and they can really give a good opinion, but I like it.
I liked
it. Looks
it.
good.
It was good. I mean, yeah, dude. I think it was great, and I love all the places that it still leaves open. A lot of the lore, a lot of the other time. Dude, we still haven't even really seen other people from the worst generation really come into play. Like, there's,
Well,
like, not.
we've
like,
already gone through most of them, actually.
Well, I mean, but they haven't really interacted that heavily. Like
I mean, most of them just aren't going to be
well,
that relevant.
and that's
brother.
fair too. But I'm just saying.
I mean, Beige knew he wasn't going to be a Yonko, so
He was like, I'm just trying to make my way for my family.
yeah. So I mean, I don't think Beige is really going to give it another shot.
Yeah.
Let's just all admit it. Kid's a freaking joke. I'm sorry for anyone that loves Kid. He's not it. Law's the closest as far as actual power and like
Law's clutch as fuck.
mentality and whatnot.
Yeah.
Killer's not even close.
He's not even. He should not even be compared to. Oh, so he's like Killer's, like Kid's Zoro's. Like, no.
I mean, there's a chance that if Kid didn't have magnet powers and could just steal Zoro's swords away from him with his magnet powers, I don't even think he beats Zoro.
Nah, that's fair.
If Zoro can hold on to his blades,
He's fine.
so I mean,
He's fine.
really most of them aren't supposed to compare. The only one that I'm really interested in is Rogue or Urug.
Which one's that?
The
Skypea dude?
yeah, the Bricken.
Oh yeah, the
The
angel.
monk Bricken, the angry monk or whatever.
Yeah.
Or mad monk.
The Mad Monk. Yeah.
Mad
that's
monk
what-
or Rouge.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking if whatever goes on with Luffy now, because how tight, because Skypea and Nika and all that stuff are all intertwined.
Because Jewelry Bronny was at Reverie.
Yeah,
that's when we
true.
last saw her.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, we've seen what most of the worst generation is up to.
Yeah, they're just trying to survive. Like,
Hawkins just
he sucks.
tucked his tail between his legs and joined Kaido's crew.
He's just like, well, this is what the gods say.
I hate it too. He had such a cool power. I wanted his power to be so much better with the tarot cards.
I mean, yeah, and on top of that, how he died,
I mean,
or got defeated by Drake, who's like, or a killer. He's like,
doing
wait,
divinations to make the battlefield the way you want it. It's
mean-
really cool, but
yeah, but he's a straw guy.
I mean,
I
that's
like-
where I don't
it's
care about his straw
creative.
power.
It's definitely creative. I'm just saying,
it's cheap.
it's cheap. Well,
He just makes voodoo dolls.
I mean, it
He
is.
died like,
Yeah,
oh man, he died
It-
at least 10, 15
Yeah.
times in Wano.
it definitely does suck. It's just like,
I mean, doesn't Killer kill
Yeah.
him about 7, 8 times in that fight?
yeah, his record's not great,
You know?
but he's got lasting power apparently. But I don't know. He's
But he didn't
definitely
even pull a single tarot card in that fight.
true. I guess.
So I don't really understand
point.
how the tarot cards work.
Yeah, fair point. No, but
It's a really cool power, but it was not used really at all.
yeah, I mean, dude, I just think it's, yeah, the Rouge or the Skypea monk guy. I would love to see them like bring him back in as some like kind of, oh, he's got some like hidden family secret about the Sky God or something. Like there's just, I'm just down for the next 1,000 episodes because I think there's going to be like another 1,000.
I mean, maybe.
What's your bet?
I mean, One Piece isn't really doing filler stuff though. So we're not. I mean, I don't think they would do it, but I don't think we're gonna go down the Shippuden line of here's a 650 episode thing, but only 200 episodes are canon material.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we're gonna get to something like that. I don't believe we're gonna have.
What do you think?
I mean, maybe there's.
put a number on it. Put a number on it.
That's really hard to do. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it can hit a 2,000 mark. Because you really just can't believe anything they're saying either. When they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be only 5 more years."
like,
All
what
right,
does that
every time you say
mean?
that, I'm just gonna assume it's 10.
Like, yeah, it's like, what does that really mean? Like, when you say 5 more years, like, is it like, but what if something happens, or like, what if, who knows what comes around the corner? But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I think,
that's where when you were saying 1,000, it's. I mean, maybe it could go to 2,000 episodes. Like, we're at what 11,
yeah,
1,100
I
basically.
think so, yeah, I think it's like 1160.
We'll see, but there are some filler episodes and stuff like that. Like, I'm trying to remember what that chapter the manga's on. I think it's like 1180 or something like that, or 1170 something.
Yeah,
Like, they're relatively close to each other to where I don't know
yeah.
if the manga. It's gonna be somewhere between 1750
That's
to
fair.
2000.
I mean, that's fair. No,
Like-
I think that's fair. Like, I
I guess it depends
It
if they start
depends.
to rush him or anything like that towards the end, or
well, and he's the creator Oda guy. He's expressed he's wanted to do other stuff too. Like,
has he?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't think so.
I would assume maybe he like after a while it's like put an end to something that was great and then start on a new chapter or something new anime or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure he's like that one unicorn you find that's just he's totally cool with writing the same story for 40 years and he doesn't really
He's
care.
like, I'll keep doing it as long as y'all keep paying to come see it. Like,
I mean, Dragon Ball, they wrote their story for like a decade and then they stopped for 2 decades and then came back.
true. God, yeah, I don't know, dude. I could see it going at least to like, if not another 1,000, at least like 600 to 800 more episodes. I think.
Now that's very likely. I could easily see it going
Yeah.
600 episodes, but once it goes to the 600 to the 8, then 1,000, that's a little more. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It depends how much you really believe if it's going to end in the next 5 to 6 years.
True. That's no, fair points all around.
Because if they're doing it weekly, that means there would only be 300, 350 chapters added
Yeah.
to what's there now.
Yeah, technically.
Meanwhile, it's probably really going to be about a decade. Or it's
Yeah.
going to be about another 5 to 600 episodes, I would say. Or chapters, I mean,
Yeah. No.
in the manga.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, I know everyone jokes around.
Episodes, that could be like 900
Yeah.
to 1,000 episodes easily, as
Yeah.
far as anime stuff goes, because they could fill it out.
So many possibilities, man. But like I said, kind of wrapping it up here. But
Just one
more?
last
One
thing
more?
that I
One-
got for
You
you.
want one more? One more? You want
Do
one
you
more?
think,
What?
like, just as a quick confirmation, do you think Gear 5 is his awakening?
Oh shit! It has to be.
I mean, I think that as well.
I mean, when you become a literal fucking sun god, what else is that like? When I learned the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, like I was like, what's after Super Saiyan God? And then you do Super Saiyan Blue, and then
Yeah, but see, that's
Ultra Instinct, and
that's where I would say it's pretty obvious it's his awakening is what I think. I think it's fairly obvious
I
that
mean,
that's
I would,
what it is.
I would bet not all my chips because I'm a horrible gambler, but I bet most of my chips that's probably like this is his.
I mean, at least 90%.
Yeah.
This is it. Because there is some
Maybe-
that think that this like the. Okay, words.
Words are hard.
Let's put them all together. Something like that. There are some people who say there has been no lead up or real hints towards this power up happening when it did. All the hints have been dropped since Dressrosa. The first time Doflamingo's talking about an awakening. Right?
I'm fuzzy on it, but go on.
You don't remember that?
It's fuzzy. That's the yeah.
I mean, in the middle of their fight, when he shows off his awakening of his fruit, he like has a line that he throws out that Luffy's fruit's definitely not awakened, or he would be doing
Oh yeah,
like
when
he
they're
would be
fighting on the
doing
roof-
something different.
He's fighting on the rooftops.
It was
and-
basically
yeah.
hinting that Gear 4 was the imperfect form. Like there was another stage
Yeah,
for him to get to.
yeah.
Is what they're inferring towards.
No, I got you.
But it seems like a lot of people either didn't like the way that he powered up because he essentially
Flamingo, you mean?
dies. No,
Oh.
Luffy in this case. Because he essentially dies into his power up
Yeah,
and he just wakes up with his power.
healed essentially.
I mean, he's not healed.
He's scuffed up, but
I
he's.
mean, he wakes up and he goes, I can maybe fight a little more. He doesn't say, I just took a Senzu bean. Let's go, Cell. I mean,
Dad.
yeah, like if we're going to talk about
What are you doing with
some
that Senzu bean?
let's instantly regen this character to just 100% peak fighting capacity again.
Right. Oh my god.
On a race of aliens that get stronger the more they get beat up.
Yeah, it's
So
like,
it's
if you
super
nearly-
hacks at that point.
if you nearly die,
But
you got to point yourself
still,
to dying. but
legalize
not.
Senzu beans.
Legalize senzu beans. Oh my god. But yeah, no,
So it
dude.
just seems like some people didn't like how he got the power up, or that they didn't think it was hinted towards or anything. But if we are going to assume that this is his awakening, they've been hinting at it all the way since Dressrosa.
Well, do you think because the elephant was there that helped, or had some kind of play on it? Zoe or whatever. Because Zoe's a
I
special
don't think Zoe did anything. I think Zoe just reacts
to when.
to the potential of the drums of liberation.
Okay.
Like, I think there was maybe, as Luffy's fighting, before he's getting there, they could hear, like, the faint sound of drums in the distance
I got you. Yeah.
being his heartbeat. And then when it finally came to the full effect, that's when he was like, oh, this is Joy
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't know. I mean, I don't love it. I mean, it kind of saw that with Zoro getting the Mink's special heal drug.
Yeah.
So there was that.
A lot of people didn't like that. Especially because they could have they could have just easily shown us that on Zoe. Back on Zunisha, if they were just like, yeah, we have this is how we've been treating everybody while we've been fighting for 3 days straight, it would have been like, oh, okay, cool.
But I mean, well, it's not exactly healing. It's like you just defer and then take a huge like interest payment on top of your pain.
I mean, the show was saying that they use it when,
Well, who needed
The
who would have
cat-
needed it at Zoe?
what about like for Cat Viper when he gets his arm cut off, or Dog Dude with his leg?
Well, it's not gonna regrow a limb.
I mean, this is where it's just, if anime or mangas, I don't know, because I don't know who really gets the fault for it. I don't know if there's never a manga panel
yeah.
that ever showed it, or did the anime choose to cut it because they didn't think it was relevant? That's where, if you just take the 5-10 seconds to show a quick scene of, oh, the Zoe doctor, Mink doctors did have this special healing that they
I don't
used
know,
while they
man.
were, getting raided with poison gases and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Just as
but
like
I
a
get-
last two raw.
No, I get you. No, I mean, you definitely make a good point, but it's just like the way Luffy came back. I mean, I kind of like it because it is kind of reminiscent of the Super Saiyan has to nearly die to get stronger to unlock that next level. And so, it was stupid how Luffy got like knocked. I mean, but it's all the clockwork playing together. So I think it's like he was supposed to, get knocked.
I mean, it's the same thing that happened to Naruto. Naruto gets the Jinchuriki ripped out of him,
yeah.
dies, then
Right.
he meets Hagoromo and gets the extra powers. He dies.
It's true. It's actually, yeah.
But no one complained about that one.
I mean, yeah.
They didn't go, well, Naruto died and got new powers.
It's because everyone deleted their MySpaces that they put that on about. I'm just kidding.
That would have been hilarious.
Right. That's the timeline.
Too bad those didn't exist
Yeah,
at the
that
same
timeline.
time.
In a different timeline.
The multiverse.
The
All right.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't comic books, but anyway.
Anyway. But yeah, I loved it. I liked every second of it. Gear 5 was awesome. I literally don't know how you could hate it. I mean, I know how, but I don't know why you would want to.
I mean, I don't think it's really hate. It's just people thought it was overhyped.
Well, it's marketing. That's marketing teams. Like, they want to push it so as many people watch it as
I
possible.
mean, that's where, going back to what we said earlier, these existed in different eras. There wasn't Twitter and Instagram when Super Saiyan was going to happen. Otherwise, that shit
That
would have
would've
been
broken the
spoiled
internet.
as well.
Yeah, that shit would have broken the internet then too. I believe it. Yeah.
And there would have been people that said, it's overhyped. It's not as good as people thought. His hair
Yeah.
literally just turned yellow.
And he screams a lot.
Yeah.
Which I still laugh.
And then the fight's over instantly.
I still like little parts of the whole Kaido Luffy fight.
Did you know that his hair was supposed to be white, by the way?
Goku's?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What changed it? Just the.
The animators didn't want to do the white hair and stuff.
It seems dumb.
It was easier if it was colored. At least this is what I've gathered from various places.
Various Instagram reels and TikToks.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm not like just
Extensive.
totally butchering this and saying just
Let 'em
false
know in the
facts.
comments,
If-
man. Let 'em
probably.
know.
But
Tear 'em to
anyway.
shreds. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it was all great. I enjoyed it. It was tasteful. It was great in every way. I all around 10 out of 10 of anime moments.
Yeah, man, I thought it was great. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it looked good. I thought it got everything across that it was supposed to. The Looney Tunes Toon Force style. Like I'm saying, just the whole episode, just smiling and laughter, because the whole time the fight is going on, Luffy's just giggling too. He muscle, 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 and then he starts punching, and he's just laughing in between every single
Yeah,
fist he's throwing.
Well,
it is so great.
and I think
It's just joyous.
well, yeah,
It's fun.
and I mean it really goes well with the
It's not serious.
How-
I'm gonna kill you for killing my friends. He's just having fun.
yeah. He's like, I want to fight and win because of all the people you've hurt, but none of them were my friends. But you're doing wrong, and it'd be fun to take down a big strong guy like you.
I mean, that's the thing though. There's almost no malice behind what he's doing now.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, you're not going to enslave these people anymore. And
Even then, he doesn't say that. He's literally the whole time he's just saying, I'm having so much fun. This is now getting fun.
oh, well, that's just
I want to have more fun.
That's
No,
just
it's not.
Well, tons of anime are like that. It's like, oh, now this is getting
Who gets
fun.
the power up and is like, I can't, this is fun? Goku doesn't really do that.
All of his enemies do. All of Goku's enemies are
Yeah,
like,
all the
oh,
people that are just already evil.
fair.
That's where this isn't a revenge story. It's not a.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he's fighting kind of.
He didn't power up through super anger, emotion, blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, the whole awakening thing, like going back to that, was just because I guess he just nearly died.
I mean, the thing is that we've never had anyone explain how awakenings work.
Yeah, because when did Don Flamingo like know his was awoken? Like what triggered that?
No one knows.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where I don't know what triggered the awakening. I don't think
For
his
what
death necessarily
what
triggers
triggered
the awakening,
laws
but
or
maybe
kids.
they don't say.
Exactly, just kind of clutch.
They're
Plot
just
armor.
we can do this now.
It's like ready? You're gonna have a north pole here.
I mean,
and a
it-
south pole here.
The most we can gather is that they say
Boom.
we've been pushed to the brink, so we awakened.
I
That's kind of what they
which follows
kind
a
of
lot,
infer,
but that follows a lot of mutating kind of things. It's like with the X-Men, I guess if you go with that logic, like that whole thing was their body became so stressed that their genes mutated for at least their power.
yeah.
So I mean, that would make sense, like to me, for why it awoken. But
I mean, there's probably a couple of other shows that have very similar tropes to them.
I don't know.
It's like the more you use it in the moment, the stronger it is, or the more you expel it, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Just figure it out, Oda. Just let us know soon. The sea bass is dying over here,
I don't know why.
literally dying. But yeah, man. But it,
Cause you're hot till you're cold, yeah. All right, we can't do that.
can't do. But yeah, man. I don't know.
Copyright.
I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I'm just excited, dude. I love it. I think it's 10 out of 10. It's going to go so many places, and I'm excited for the ride. What about you?
Yeah, I think we talked about all the major parts. I mean, as I said earlier, the most important thing will be this upcoming episode, because that will be a majority of the fighting, I think. Hopefully we don't just cut away to see, like, another Odin flashback for 7 minutes.
7 minutes of the 20 or the 15 minutes that we have to actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're going to get a lot of, probably Orochi finally being done,
Yeah.
and a lot of the fight happening,
Fair enough, man. But
if I had to guess.
yeah.
There's a couple more important moments that need to happen, but either way,
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
thank you for having me.
Because if you guys and gals don't know, I fucking love One Piece. Seabass loves One Piece.
Ooh, yeah. Yo ho 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 ho.
And we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll, like I said, make this kind of a continuing thing. Whenever there's anything big in anime going on, we'll try to have an episode talking about it.
Or would I give him homework to watch something?
Or that, which I won't do. But
Definitely gonna do.
definitely going to do.
Just wait, Chainsaw Man coming out.
Chainsaw Man's the next one?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna get you on next.
Okay.
But either way,
So assured. Seabass, thank you again, my brother.
it's been great. Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, be good, stay strange, and let the drums of freedom and liberation, let them go, man. Let them go. All right,
She.
well-